Okay, welcome to a video. I've made a few of those. Here's another one, a unboxing slash update video. And you know, I am in frame. I know I'm kinda, I think, a little bit too in the corner, but I'm gonna hold the titles up like this, so don't you worry, it's gonna be all fine. But it looks like the camera is kind of filming like that. I mean, it's, you know, I want to sit here. This is where I want to sit to be in frame. And I know I'm not in frame over here, but it feels like, it doesn't feel like I'm in frame. It feels like I'm kind of excluded from the frame, and I want to do this all the time. Because my camera is weird like that, so it doesn't feel like I'm included in the video, because it's like my camera is like, huh, looking this way, you know. Anyway, alright, so good old update here actually. Well, it's the exact same. Like I just switch up the titles of my videos, and I do that to fool you, because I don't actually want you to know that I'm making the same video over and over again. No, but I just thought that I would, you know, title this. Let's just put a pillow behind my back, because otherwise my back is gonna start hurting eventually. Okay, much better. I'm 23 and my back hurts. Well, it's been hurting for years, so it's okay. Anyway, where was I? I don't know. Right, an update and an unboxing. I have two packages here. This one looks interesting. I think I know. I think I know what's in this. But let's start with this one. Am I in frame? Yeah. Okay. So. This is, should be, yes, it is. I don't know, there's a sticker on here, which I don't know what that means really. But this is a documentary called Monster Camp, which is a spellbinding documentary of unique perspective that doesn't tell me anything. A celebration of the childlike wonders that dwell in all of us. Well, it's a world where people transform into monsters and heroes to escape their daily lives. And, yeah, described as a real-life version of World of Warcraft, Dungeons and Dragons, or Lord of the Rings. And I've been wanting to see this for a while. The disc looks pretty damn good. For a while, but it's just been so expensive. But now I went on to my, there's a sticker here which I don't know what it means. MOSPE. Let's see if I can remove it. Oh, why do they do that? Why do they put something like that on the cover, and then, you know, if you remove it, it's gonna tear the cover apart. I mean, you know, I don't want that on the cover. Oh well. I'm gonna have to look at that no matter what I do, because it's on the spine as well. That's horrible. If I can find another one for cheap, then I will buy another one to replace this, because that's how I am. Well, that's what you get when you buy used stuff. But I don't know why they put a freaking sticker on there. But anyway, this is something I've been wanting to watch for a while, like I said. Anyway, let's deal with that later. And it's just been kinda expensive, but now it went down in price, and so I got it. I think I got it for £1 or so. I mean, you know, prices on Amazon from third-party sellers who sell used stuff, they kind of go up and down. I mean, silver stocks, they always want to be the cheapest, so that's usually what I do. I have a bunch of stuff on my wish list, and I kind of check back on it now and then to see if some things have gotten cheaper. That way I will buy the things that are cheaper at the moment and save some bucks that way. But this should be something that I ordered from our eBay over here in Sweden. Yeah, it is. This is it's very nicely packaged, or you know, it's very well packaged. I don't know why I'm looking inside, because this is all I ordered. and they are bubble wrapped as well, so that's great. Yeah, let's just take off the bubble wrap, and I can share with you while I do that this is a show that I've been wanting to see for, well, I mean, I've watched it on TV and stuff, but a show that I've been wanting to kind of watch from the beginning on DVD for a while now, and a seller had these on our eBay, and I was really happy to find these, because the first one especially is pretty expensive these days, and it is according to Jim. So somebody had imported these to Sweden, I guess. These are North American Region 1 releases, and yeah, Season 1 and Season 2. I don't know how expensive Season 2 is, but Season 1 definitely is pretty pricey on Amazon. Haven't checked eBay, but it's usually the same. I can't get this out of the slipcover. Well, they're used but in a great condition. And so I thought that I better jump on this. They were not very expensive. Nobody else wanted them, so I won the auction pretty easily. Anyway, I'll do that later. But yeah, 2 seasons of this show. I might not get to it immediately, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. 2 movies here that, or well, 1 movie and 1 trilogy actually, that I'm not going to watch right now. Well, I'm not going to watch them because they're just kind of collector's items to me. I want to pick up as many different editions of this movie as possible. It's 2001 A Space Odyssey. This is the MGM DVD release, and it has a different cover. I hope I don't move the things too close to the camera and make myself out of focus. That might very well happen at some point during this video. But anyway, yeah, different cover. That's everything I wanted. And I think I know about 3 other ones that I want. And this one is the Anchor Bay release of the Evil Dead trilogy, which I don't think I need to open this up and show you, but it's pretty cool. I want as many of these as possible as well, because I kind of have big plans for the future. I want to have them all displayed, and obviously in my future I have a huge apartment. But anyway, we'll see. Yeah, so I got that, and not too much to say. Great movies, Evil Dead, and yeah. And then I got this. Well, actually, I'm gonna save this for last, because I don't know if people are that interested in that. So I'm just gonna save that for last, and do the more interesting stuff before, maybe. This one I got because I heard that it's limited and that it will go out of print pretty soon, and it did actually. It went out of print right after I bought this, or a few days after. So I was happy to pick up A Touch of Zen, which I don't know if I'm guessing this will be re-released. I heard that it will be without the 3rd disc, which contains a 47-minute documentary on the director King Hu. And yeah, by Eureka's Masters of Cinema series. I don't know if it's gonna come with the slipcover later on either. So look at me talking about slipcovers. I thought I didn't care about them, but I guess I do. I haven't seen this yet. This was actually I took a film course last year, and that's the one down there is one of them that we watched. Although I actually never watched it because I just didn't feel like it. I did fine anyway. Apparently you don't have to watch all the movies in order to get a good grade, which I learned. No, of course you should. And of course I did. I took the course because I wanted to. There were just a few movies that I didn't watch, and that's one of them. But it's a 3-hour wuxia film from the early 70s, which I had never heard of before. You know, we were supposed to watch it, but I think I'll enjoy it. I might not watch it right away. In fact, I'm not gonna have it in front of my TV, because I think I'm gonna wait a little while watching that. But anyway, and then I picked up 3 new movies from our eBay. You can get stuff cheaper from there if you just wait maybe a few weeks. There are usually people who have a bunch of these. I don't know where they get them from and how they're able to sell them so much cheaper. It does make me suspicious, but I mean, they look perfectly fine, so I don't know. But I picked up Specter, which I haven't heard great things about, and haven't watched it yet. It's still sealed, but I'll do so hopefully this weekend. It's Tuesday today. And then this one, Sicario, I watched, and it was great. I mean, really quite intense, gritty, grim, brutal movie, and all of those words, and very ominous, kind of ambient, monotonous music to really, yeah, set the mood for what is to come, I guess. But although I mean, I have to say, what came later, I mean, it was great, I suppose, but it kept me wanting a little bit more in the ending. And you know, every movie, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but every movie doesn't have to have, you know what, let's not say that. I was not gonna spoil anything, but I was gonna say, well, I can't say what I was gonna say because I decided not to say it. But I just feel like the ending was great, but I was like, but I want to see a little bit more, you know, and maybe that's a good thing. But anyway, yeah, but it was good. I gotta say, my favorite part of this, I got a package to pick up, appropriate for this video. My favorite part of the movie was actually in the beginning, you know, during the raid that they do, whatever. Yeah, that was my favorite part, and it's not the opening sequence I'm talking about. It's the second one where they go into Juarez. That was great. And then I was kind of worried after that it was going to slow down for too long, and it kind of did actually for me. But it was still a good movie for sure, and one that I will return to. And you know, gotta keep my eye on that director too, Denis Villeneuve. He's been around for a while. I mean, he made Prisoners and Enemy. I haven't seen Enemy yet, and I haven't seen Incendies either. But I really want to see that. And yeah, so we'll see what he'll do next. And then I also picked up The Martian with Matt Damon, which was also great. I really had a good time watching it. I was sitting right here. I was eating a pizza, an okay pizza, like a 6 out of 10, but still a pizza. And I was drinking a Pepsi Max, because that's important, a Pepsi Max. Well, and I was watching The Martian, and it was a very good time. But you know, pizza could have been a little bit better, and the movie could have been a little bit better too. Especially the movie could have been a little bit better. No, but that's what we're talking about. I think, I mean, I had expected more of a survival story, like Castaway on Mars. I don't know if that's a term people have widely used to describe the movie, but that's what I would have. I mean, that's sort of what it is, but it's also very much a rescue story. What the people back at Earth have to do, and you know, in order to get him back from Mars, because eventually they find out that he's up there, and all the calculations that they work out and everything, all the math and all the physics and anyway, that they work out in order to see how they can get him back without having him starve up there or over there. I don't know. Where is Mars? I'm not quite sure where Mars is. But anyway, it was great. I mean, I liked it a lot, but I would have liked to see more of Matt Damon. I mean, longer sequences of Matt Damon on Mars, uninterrupted, with the folks down on Earth. But I guess it is only realistic to include a lot of the rescue mission because it's quite complicated stuff, and I guess they gotta focus on that too. But to me, I don't know, it could have been a little bit longer actually, and have some longer scenes with Matt Damon alone. Anyway, and then the last thing is something very different. Two greedy Italians with, well, I don't know if I need to mention their names. They're in the gastronomic field. I don't know how famous they are really, but to me, I have never heard of them. But Antonio Carluccio and Gennaro Contaldo. You know, right when I started pronouncing their names, I was like, what am I doing? But yeah, series 1 of this show, I could talk about this for a while. It's so delightful. I've been wanting to see this for a while, but I did not expect it to be quite as good as it was. I expected to enjoy it, but it was just so much more than what I thought. I really fell in love with this show. I really did. I don't know. It was... I mean, I've talked about this before. I love travel shows. I love shows where entertaining and, you know, charismatic and sympathetic, funny, intelligent people take you around the world with a camera and talk about their experiences and show them on camera. You know, like Michael Palin's Travels, etc. And this is a cooking show. They are chefs and... Another package. I'm not kidding you. Okay. Wow. That kind of threw me off. What was I talking about? I'm expecting a third one too. No, I'm not. But anyway, they are chefs. They're not entertainers. They are cooks, and their mission with this show is to go back to Italy, which they left many years ago. They're friends since 25 years back. I think they've been living in Britain, maybe. One of them sounds like he's adapted a British accent, but for one thing. But anyway, they go back to Italy to see how things have changed, you know, since they were there last time, which I don't know why they haven't been back. Maybe they've been there, but they've just not visited for very long, or I'm not sure. But they go back to rediscover the culture of the cultural and gastronomical climate and the political climate in a sense of Italy, and they take you along on their journey. It's two older men. I think one of them is in his 60s and the other one in his 70s. One very sort of very passionate Italian. The other one maybe a bit more reserved, if you should use that word, at least compared to the other guy. And they make up a great team. Such strong personalities, but such great chemistry also. So great. But yeah. So I was gonna say they go back to Italy. And they go to different regions in Italy and explores the foods there, and they eat the food. And the thing with them is that, you know, they're very much Italian. They're only interested in Italian cuisine, croissant. So they only really want to go to Italy. So there are 2 series of this available with 4 episodes on each series. So I watched half of this. I mean, I watched this series, but then there's a second series with another 4 episodes, another 4 hours. Anyway, so I mean, I guess the possibilities for future series is limited in the sense that they only want to be in Italy and try stuff. But 8 hours, it's not bad. But I would have loved to see more. And I'm sure there's more to explore as far as food goes in Italy. But it's so much more than food too. It's you know, it's history, it's scenery. You know, they go to these very picturesque vineyards and fields and plantations and all this kind of stuff that they love, and that we all kind of get a certain feeling from watching, I think, in Italy. And these wonderful towns, and you know, they tell you about the history. And it sounds, maybe, I don't know if it sounds boring to some people. It's not. I've been talking about it for fucking at least 5 minutes. I don't know. It's so great. I really loved it. And about a third series, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't know. One of them turns 80 next year, so it's probably not realistic with several more series. But I'm someone who has a hard time accepting, in a way, when there's something I love. You know, if the 2 are still around, they're still alive, they're still friends, presumably, there's more to explore, why not do a third one? But I am getting ahead of myself a little bit, because I haven't seen the second one yet. I'm just kind of waiting for it to go down in price a little bit before I pick it up, or I might just have to get it anyway, because I just want to keep watching this show. I watched all 4 episodes in one day, and it's so much fun. It's so funny too. Like I said, they have such great chemistry. They're not boring, dry people who just talk about, you know, their food and what they're cooking. It's so much more than that. So I guess, like someone wrote on Amazon in a review, if you're looking for a straight up cooking show, whatever, then this might not be for you. Although it, of course, does focus on food very much. They definitely pour their heart into their creations, and they eat with their soul. I don't know. But it's obvious that their love for food is always there when they prepare it and when they have it. And anyway, I feel like I only scratched the surface really talking about this show, and but it's really great. I don't know if anybody has seen it. Not that well known maybe, but it's absolutely fantastic. Has a 9.0 on IMDb, by the way. Only from like 246 ratings, I don't know. But still, I'd give it something like that, I think. So I really want to see season 2 of that. But that's it. I'm gonna leave. Oh, my foot is asleep. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, okay. I didn't fall. Great. Alright. I hope I was in frame.